Good evening and welcome back to the CappingTV Summer Brawl. I don't know what match we're just about to hop into, but soiree versus freak show. Now it looks like they didn't decide that they wanted to wait for us, so that's great here. But glad to be back, everybody. I took a little bit of a dinner break earlier, but joining me will be. I actually have no idea how to pronounce your name, man. Is Eeply.
Deeply. It's easy, dude. It's easy. You
I
got
don't
it,
know.
you
There's an
know.
I somewhere there that's confusing, man. Honestly. Yeah, how you been, man?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad, you know. Graveyard shift for you guys early in the morning for me.
No, yeah, there we go. A little bit more than the cast I was expecting to doing today. How'd things happen when I was gone?
No
Actually, the
idea.
game's going right now. Where's the string?
Yeah, it is going. It is going. We're like, with 30 seconds into the round, we're seeing things pop off already, you know. We've, to catch you up, I believe we've got a pretty confident hold right now for your boys' Freak Show.
Just how confident is this hold?
Well, you know, they're 50 seconds up. We're on clear cut. It's a cough map. They're living their life. Ubers are equal, you know. They're trying to walk on forward, take it down Fane here. You know, Soiree trying to walk up, trying to take some position. Pretty good start. And they're picking up a second frag. And Wright is somehow managing to live on like 20 HP because he's just like that, gets the frag as well. They just managed to walk in completely dry, right? Like equal Ubers walk in, they just take it, don't have to use it. Uber don't have to do whatever. Now they're going to chase basically all the way to spawn. Just because that's how they're living their life, you know? Happy to do it.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's hard to get a lot of space on maps where you got Fane around, but Soiree's managing to pull it off pretty successfully. Got a pretty dominant streak running so far. Of course, there is a pretty big opportunity for it to be turned around here. The Fane team actually does have the lead. The Uber exchange has come out over the point at the moment. One of the soldiers gets out a sliver of HP, still dies of fall damage. It's tragic for him, and it looks like most of Soiree are being pushed out. Riot going down as well. That's actually a lot of players down for them. They've got to be careful not to lose their mid here, but he does get out with the scout.
Yeah, should be pretty, like, not too bad in terms of Ubers. We did see slightly later use for Freak Show, so it's going to be like a 10%, because that doesn't really, slightly earlier use, so it's about 10% add for them, but they're already in their fourth hold position. They're pretty happy right now. Ubers aren't really part of the question, so if Soiree want to try and take some position, it's kind of now. They want to try and do this before the Ubers are really able to be traded towards point. 75%, they got to be pretty fast, but they're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty rough for them to go up. Lau is already on, just double-digit HP. That is 2 quick frags for them, 3 quick frags, and that's going to allow them to take a lot of space here on the point. They protected the medic quite successfully here. Still full Uber on Miramu. He's going down low, though. 22 HP. Trying to escape from Kalski. Has to force the Uber onto Daz, and he gets the suicide stick hit into his head and blows him up. Unfortunately, not quite worth it for the Uber. Which gives another chance to hold for quite a while to Soiree here. They're already a minute down, but full Uber, holding point. It's a good position for them.
Yeah, should be really, really good. They do kind of have a player down. They managed to get that immediately with a sticky trap, so that's pretty good. Uber does get used, right? Doing a lot of damage to force that off. And now, yeah, you see the rest of Freak Show, they're completely scattered. They're just like, right, we're giving you no opportunity to get onto us here. It's only about a 30% advantage for them. They are literally both soldiers down. Their spam is very, very kind of, I don't know, non-existent at this point. They gotta chill it back just a second. And Soiree, they're gonna be playing forward the same position we saw just a moment ago. Just happy to keep on spamming through these doorways. Silvo, ooh, getting aggressive. Trades out at least. A second frag going their way as well. This is a lot of work to be doing. Oh, there's no Ubers here. They might buy them just a little bit of time. Lau's only about 30% disadvantage. They might be able to play this long enough just to kind of equalize this.
Looks like there's going to be an aggressive Uber used through onto Daz, though, with the scout. No use at the moment. Now how the users come out. The demo man goes so low for Soiree. They managed to pull out the rest of the team out. They don't. Lau going down to that huge bomb out of Daz. Was that a huge pipe? I didn't even see what happened there.
You got like one pipe and then 2 like synced rollers together. Just enough damage needed. And now we're seeing Soiree just like all in. Everyone trying to get onto Miramu here. But guess what? Not going to happen. They did like 30 damage total combined.
The Iron Bomber is honestly a disgusting weapon with those rollers. But I mean, that was just, clean Uber advantage push. Did so much work for them. Soiree did so well to get Lau out in a correct amount of time, but they just couldn't contest with Daz's Iron Bomber. getting a really good position for them now. It's actually pretty much even Ubers here. Not really great building coming out of freakshow. It's giving an opportunity for Soiree to poke this quite a lot. Their demo's on 2 HP though, they've got to be careful with it. It's the problem with CoP, it's non-stop action.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about trying to take that position, trying to take those fights, trying to get an advantageous position, and it's just about managing to keep on working. Oh my god, Daz just gets walked at. That is absolute scout class. Soiree once again managed to walk in completely dry. They even get so close onto Miramu. That would have actually just been round if they'd got that one frag, but now, as is, there's just enough time. freakshow have their fastest spawners, they can keep on going, but they've got to trade Uber. There's only 24 seconds left on the clock. They need such a good trade into a post fight in order to actually manage to cap this and keep it going.
They did have a soldier added at the start of that. He's still rolling out, so maybe using it a bit more aggressively would have been good for them. The exchange has come out. They did pick up the Dim Man in that. That's a huge advantage for them. They've got a scout on top of high ground. Fane already going in for the big bomb into the back lines. Lots of players going behind on that, giving a lot of space onto the point. The overtime has gone through, but they are capping that point, and it's just 19-second hold right now. 2 players down on each side, but a Demo Man advantage for freakshow.
Yeah, they're looking pretty happy right now. Scouts versus Scout Demo. It's all about delaying them, getting this time, and actually focus firing. Actually, the Force of Nature blasted them off point entirely. This could be so good. They just cap it from under their feet.
Force of Nature is another absolutely disgusting movement, honestly.
It is disgusting. Like, that one situation specifically, how mad would you be as that scout who just gets sent to the moon?
Oh, honestly, there might be some toxicity in comms. I'm not too sure. There would be if I was there, I can tell you that.
Well, you know, no time to dwell on it. New mid, new me. This is Soiree 1 round up. Pretty happy to, but they took that so close. So it'll be interesting to see what freakshow have to offer. We do see both soldiers for freakshow going in, directly landing on Loud. They just absolutely nuke into the dirt. Do both lose their lives for us, and this actually ends up 3 versus 3. Make sure both scouts are the medic, but Miramu's already a little bit weak, but their scouts are focus firing really well. Silvo comes in with a follow-up. Doesn't hit a thing, though. Very well played.
That target prioritization from freakshow there was absolutely unreal. Both soldiers came in, both of them immediately focused down Cookie, wiped him out, free pick on the medic because they were right on top of him. And even those scouts at the end there, just both shooting at the same targets. I mean, the target prioritization from these guys is unreal. Yeah, absolutely. It can't be overstated. Just the idea, you got to keep it calm, you got to keep it controlled. You got to just click the same things at the same time. And Scout class being what it is, will just nuke it. So they've managed to get themselves point, get themselves a little bit of time. Still have the Uber. The sack wave does come in, going all the way towards the back door. Great frags coming out. That's absolutely perfect for that hold. That little bit of damage got nowhere near forcing Miramu in. Yeah, very happy just to get those frags and then see if they can start trying to move forward. The spawners do come in pretty quickly for Soiree, but there's just enough time for freakshow to take a forward position. This is another early lead for freakshow like they had last round, but Soiree was able to just slowly chip it back to their side. And even then, that forward hold was not nearly as successful as Soiree's. They'd had to just pull out of it, just get the eyes on them and then pull back the point. And Soiree's so far been really good at challenging this point area in these straight up fights. Already a big soldier bomb behind from Silvo, but we'll see how it goes if they keep the demo alive as well.
Yeah, they're getting this position. Silvo did go down there right as well towards the flank. Just about managing to live, but the Uber trade does come out. Looks pretty equal on both sides and slightly better for freakshow, but not enough to really do anything with. Fane trying to go actually really directly onto these players. Just getting annihilated alongside Connor, who's going all the way forward. Ooh, this is looking good for Soiree. Yeah, they've just absolutely annihilated them.
Oh no, it's terrible for them. Yeah, these Uber exchanges are going really well for Soiree at the moment. Even though they lost Silvo super early in that, they did manage to pick up another player as well to keep it chugging in their favor. So right now, freakshow is looking pretty good based on the clock, but they've been in this situation before and it didn't really work out for them. They're going to need a pretty convincing win here. And that's the worst possible thing to happen. Silvo coming in, picking up Miramu just as they're trying to push out.
That's so sad. They turn a 75 advantage to 100%. Now you can see all of Soiree. They're just playing back. They're trying to play around these hills. They can almost really at this point, if freakshow really want to cap, they can basically just let it happen and then go for the repush. Denying the cap, also great from their point of view. It's kind of everything looking good for Soiree. And like you said, freakshow, they fought so hard to get that early advantage. But that's already 50 seconds off the clock for Soiree, and they still have huge Uber advantage. Like, they're just so happy.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see freakshow go for a mini player sack. Nope, they just decide to sit their scout on point.
Oh.
All of Soiree were prepared for the 4-player sack there because the Dem Man jumped up to a good vantage point, forcing them to pull back, and then they just stuck the scout on the point to cap it. That was a really smart play from freakshow. Did get the point cap there. Not too much done, but they did get Silvo, so it's an opportunity to get some even more pressure on them, force them out of their safe position as well, and they have used their Uber.
Yeah, they're going all the way towards house. Do have to deal with a couple of these players. Yep, they're already down, but Mirimu's all the way out, basically, towards spawn. No way they're going to be able to commit all the way forward, so it's not bad, Soiree, getting those frags, but ultimately it's cough. It's like going to be 6-second spawns. Right, I'm deep around the left, but no, not going to find anyone there at all. Going to have to just be a standard little hold times. Basically equalized, but now, finally, it's freakshow with a huge Uber advantage, and, yep, Silver immediately forcing them off.
Forces it, but they lose 3 players for it, including Loud, who again, just Daz goes in, manages to pick up the medic. I mean, we see this beautiful sort of fake 4-man sack from freakshow into that beautiful Uber push, picking up the medic, and now they've got another very fat Uber as long as Mirimu can survive the cookie. Oh, he barely does it. Oh man, that's probably one of the top 10 scariest things you can see in TF2 is just as a medic watching a scout with the force of nature just running at your face.
It's like, you know, it's like good things and bad things. The good thing is, you've got the medic. Oh, brilliant. Well done, Daz. Everything's happy. Oh no, 4 of them are now going to jump at me.
Yep, and now it looks like we're going to see another big no, actually, it doesn't actually look like it's going to be a sack out of Soiree. They're just looking to pressure this, which has actually been going really well for them so far, because while Mirimu has Uber advantage, he doesn't have that much Uber advantage, and he hasn't really been building things as well as Lau has. Still a lot of frags being exchanged out. Health so low on both sides. Silver for Daz is a good trade for Soiree. Dem Man's still down, but the Uber has come out now, and it's getting right on top of Lau, but he has so many players around him.
Ooh, it's not going to be enough though. Scout from the flank manages to take him down just so close to that Uber. The entirety of Freakshow, they've got to back up. Their health is not good. Their players aren't looking too hot right now either. They do have this Uber advantage, and that's what they're focusing on playing with. Don't even have control of the point, but it does mean they're going to get really quick spawns. And yep, now you can see they've done the damage. They've kind of soaked up that initial aggression from Soiree. Now they're going to cap it on out. They're going to have this bit of Uber advantage. It's going to be 26 seconds left on the clock. This is going to get really, really close again.
Oh, really close. They do have the advantage, 20 seconds, and Uber advantage as well, but Soiree wants to fight this. And before it gets Uber, it's just going to be a dry fight. They've been doing so well with this. Riot, Lau, and the medic. Oh, man. This is looking chaotic for both sides. Only 2 players left on each side. The health is on Soiree's side, but it's 1v2. Connor fighting off and losing it. Is going to go to overtime, though.
It is, yeah, overtime. So all Freakshow need to do is they just need one push to point, just about managing to cap it. That's literally all that's going to be required. So basically, this game may come down to just this one fight here. They can't really wait around as well. Lau has a bit of advantage. Like, if Lau's to get this Uber at any point, that'll just be the end of it. This is going to be Freakshow just buffing up, getting ready, and to start moving forward. Looks like they want to start going from the left. Just take this fight.
Daz going down at the start of that is disastrous for them. No demo man on a cough map.
Oh,
Mirimu
no.
going down as well. No heals, no demo. Oh, this is looking disastrous. It's crumbling. 3 players on each side, though. There is an opportunity to pick up the mid. Maybe get the kill. Yes. Down got him, but it's going to go to overtime and no pressure on the point. Oh, that's disastrous.
Oh, this feels really sad from Freakshow's point of view. Like, both rounds, they've had such a great start. They've had like a minute and a half off the clock, like initially, just looking really good. And then Soiree's just like, it's fine. We'll like wake up. We'll like walk in. We'll like, you know, have every Uber trade be like 3 times better for us, and just kind of just take it away from him.
It sucks because Freakshow's playing so smart right now, but they're just getting beaten out in these exchange fights. And that's a lot of Soiree players going down. Managed to pick up Mirimu, so it's not going to be an awful situation for them. They even have position on point right now. Cookie getting some frags still with Silvo. Fane cleans up Cookie, though. It's going to spell a quick death for any ambitions they had of being the first to cap this mid. At least the spawners can get there in time.
Silvo's still in, bombing the scout!
He taunts! Oh no! BM is alive.
Amazing. Alright, after all that, we kind of got a second mid fight happening right now. All the spawns are coming in. Ooh, Freakshow picked up the demo. Pain does a lot of damage there. A lot of these players being caught all the way towards the side. Somehow, Lau manages to live, which is an important one there. Will be freakshow. Looks like they'll just about... Oh, they'll delay getting this first cap just a second. They want to get Fane up. Glad they're paying attention to the spawn times. And then, yeah, they should be able to cap it out now. Keep on fighting here. They do have a player advantage. With Riot being so weak as well, they should have just a moment to get a breather before both teams get their Uber.
Yep, again, it's going to turn into an early advantage. Oh no, Lau going down in that. Daz as well. But that medic death is huge, because that's going to allow a big advantage for freakshow and allow them to cement their early hold again. They already have the clock for almost 30 seconds. They've managed to protect their medic, so this is, again, looking so good for them at the start. But, you know, of course, Soiree has shown twice before that they're able to turn this around, just incrementally through the team fights.
Yeah, also sometimes just from, you know, capping the point without anyone dealing with them. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, Miramu, huge Uber advantage. Same positions we've seen for so many times. They just need to deal with a sack wave. Ooh, the jumps come in. A lot of damage already being dealt. Yep, Uber's going to have to get used.
It was a very good rotate for them, so they didn't fall for the exact same trick that they pulled on Soiree before. Unfortunately, you know, the issue with that is that you're not fully committed to that defense, and they got forced that time, not able to hold off as well as they did previously. They still have over a minute on the clock, however, Lau is coming up with a full Uber advantage. Now, funnily enough, this isn't actually Soiree's strongest point, pushing with the Uber advantage. Their strongest point is the even Uber fight, so we'll see how well they manage to pull this off.
Oh, it's a pretty good start. They managed to get Scout already. Soldiers jump in. They do get this force off this time, though. Miramu is ensuring that, yeah, no chance at all they're going to get picked up late. This is really not that bad. Silver's on the deep bomb. Doesn't quite hit the strafe. Yeah, this should be okay. They're just about far enough out here. They lost control of the cap, but that's fine. They've got so much time in their favor. They've got so much Uber advantage. They just need to wait for their spawns, buff up once again, see how much pressure they can take here. Ooh, that's a good frag from Fane. If you manage to pick up another, but they're trading players out. Makes it a little bit more difficult, even when they do have this Uber advantage. They've got to really catch up to Lau here. Or, you know, or just try and take it for free.
Doesn't look like they can take that for free. So much damage coming out of them. They're not even going to be able to have the opportunity to really use this so aggressively, but they're going to have to do something to try to get Lau. He is coming up on his Uber. They don't want to let him get the Uber here. He's so aggressive as well. He's got it already. This is now looking not too good for either team, honestly. But the Uber does come out, does get exchanged here. A lot of low players on either side, but you know, that happens. Going to see how well they manage to position for the post.
Yeah, it looks like a very similar situation again. Like, they pick up Daz really early. It's only the later frags now which are going the way of freakshow. So they do manage to get this position. Cookie down. It is 6 versus 5. So actually, the first trade, I think we've seen this game where freakshow really come out of it much better, even losing their demo immediately. But they've got to immediately start trying fighting again. They've done some decent damage. We do see soldiers going all the way in. Lau gets absolutely nuked into the dirt. They trade 3 players for it, though. And now Miramu's desperately trying to get out with the scout. It's just
Miramu managed to get out of there. Lau dying, but I mean Riot and Cookie wombo combo picking up that 3 there was just devastating for their plans on continuing this hold. Now, how is freakshow really going to be able to turn the Super at such a decisive thing, since Daz has been getting shut down pretty hard so far and hasn't been able to pull off the same success against Lau. And even last time they picked them up, they lost 3 players for it. So this is a pretty dangerous position for them. Already they've used the Uber. Daz going in pretty deep. Lau so low with Connor on him. Does get picked up. This is very good for them. All of their players are behind right now, but that means that no one's going to get picked up by the other players flanking.
They've just wiped them. That actually worked out so well for them. Like, the deep jump from the demo, like, that was never going to catch Lau. But if anything, that was the distraction for Connor with the follow-up. Like, that deep jump all the way behind, that was really well timed. Now they got 35 seconds. They've got a bit of Uberad. They just need to be aware of, like, this next 10 seconds of Soiree coming forward and trying to take an immediate fight. If they hold this should be their round, 100%.
Down already going down, however, is not a great start to it already, though. The soldiers going in, picking up Lau. They do lose so many players for it, though. And it's just Daz on the medic. No, Miramu going down there. That's disastrous for freakshow. I mean, it's not a bad sort of transition play, especially because there's 1 minute 21 left on the clock. They didn't really want to get Lau to just sit there and build further. But, I mean, unless they're planning on pushing a dry fight right now, losing Miramu for it's just not really the way to go.
Yeah, it seems a little bit weird. You go for like both soldiers commit onto the medic, but like yeah, it was only like a 15% disad. It just feels like a, I don't know, maybe not exactly what they needed, but either way, we're back to a 6 versus 6. Allow doesn't have the Uber just yet, so if there's a position to try and take towards point, gotta do it now. They've got to be fast as well.
Silva already gone down, taking down Connor as well. Daz gone down as well to Riot. That's disastrous for the push. They're going to have to hold off on this, but Lau is still building closer to Uber. They gave that just little inch of wiggle room, and Soiree's managed to turn that into such a dominating hold. And now freakshow has a massive uphill battle to fight this.
Yeah, this is... that's tragic. That's absolutely tragic. I didn't even see what it... Did Miramu drop? Was that like just about not getting Uber or something?
Yeah, I think he just didn't have it.
Oh, that's so sad. That was like their one position to take, and now this is going to be like everything's looking great for Soiree right now. Like even with the spawners just about coming in for the side of freakshow, like they have to do so much towards this point. They've got to start getting this time. Connor's managing to get this just a little bit, but they're already losing. Even on the side of Soiree, this is just going to be scrappy. They're all the way towards the point. They do actually manage to get it. The position's looking good as well. The like immediate refi is going all the way towards point. They're hitting these pipes just about. Surely he doesn't hit it. Surely he doesn't. Daz!
There we go. Oh man. I mean, freakshow had yet another round where they had such an early dominance, just turned into a really good position for Soiree, but managing to pull that out in that last fight, frag for frag, all the way right down to the wire until they finally put their first round on the board.
My God. And they worked hard for it. Like, they deserve that round.
So hard. It was a marathon.
Christ. Oh, this is it. Maybe this is the start of their comeback. We do see another mid-right going. Just straight in, yep. Combining with a scout to pick up Miramu, so that's frags looking really good in their favor. And there's basically no one on the side of freakshow with any health to do anything. This is just an absolutely brutal kind of mid. We do see just about picking up a scout at the end, but really, you know, it's not going to matter all that much.
Just not enough for them. That's now actually a difference, because typically it's freakshow's been showing that early dominance. This time Soiree's really come out swinging. They really want to close this out, and they've taken a dominant hold first off. Big Uber advantage, big hold here. Let's see how Daz going down. That's awful for them, especially because he's one of their main medic killers. Do pick up Riot for it, so it's not an awful situation. They've got them locked in a small area. Don't manage to get that point cap, though. That would, you know, they pressure the point, force them out, and then die to it. So I don't really know what the exact plan was there.
No, maybe a little bit optimistic. We still see pressure trying to go towards this point. They want to see if they can get another frag, get some kind of position, maybe even get a force. Frags are looking good. They're looking really, really good. Refusing to use the Uber for so long. They do eventually do it. We do see Maxon jump all the way in. Just gets nothing at all. Thankfully, right on the follow-up does take down Miramu. Somehow, even with as tragic an Uber as that was, they managed to get that frag, and now, yeah, they'll lose control of point, but once again, they can be playing with a little bit of an advantage.
Point for advantage is definitely a situation you want to be in, although Soiree, again, hasn't really been showing the most dominance with that Uber advantage. It's mainly been freakshow's game, so hell, if I was Soiree, I wouldn't even wait for it. Just go for the team fight, see what happens, see just how early you can get this back, because, I mean, it's been working for them so far.
Just take the fights, you know? They seem very happy doing it, just, you know? That focus fire, that just raw DM power looking pretty good for them. We do see Fane in such a fantastic position, absolutely just annihilating. Oh my days. Combining with Connor as well. This is... I take back everything I just said. That was freakshow's fight. And even Miramu with the arrow.
Oh man, just to clean up Cookie at the end, just a little bit of, you know, just to rub the salt in the wounds. I mean, I said if I was Soiree, I should go for it. Soiree went for it. Maybe don't listen to the casters next time, because, yeah, Fane was prepared for that one, for sure.
Yeah, it's such a fantastic position when you get to, like, take that high ground, and they just, apparently, just don't know where you are. It's fantastic. We do see Riot goes all the way in, forces off that Uber. They trade out one frag. Sporter's going to be jumping deep. Allows all the way out towards main. Oh, is actually so close to getting caught. My God, 20 HP does get a pack. Will be living.
Two players going down for Freak Show for that one, though. That's not the best situation, because now the repush is going to come out. I mean, Soiree's been playing this one aggressively, and just all the players around Miramu are going to have to pull out to keep him alive, to not make this big Uber disadvantage even worse than it already is.
Yep, we're going to see Soiree. They've got control of the point. They've got their big Uber advantage, as they're so happy doing this. It's going to buy them a little bit of time off the clock. Still staying pretty neck and neck on the old timings, though. We do see, yep, Uber comes in, and this is just destruction. They were way too aggressively positioned. Oh my god, and they got punished for it as well. That's just a full wipe for Freak Show.
We saw a full wipe on Soiree earlier. Now it's a full wipe for Freak Show. Maybe Freak Show can do the same thing Soiree did, and you know, force them to lose a round off a full wipe. Times are pretty similar so far, despite Soiree's having quite a decent amount of dominance so far in this round. So, you know, not all has lost at the moment. Laos still doesn't have Uber, giving an option if Freak Show wants to try to take the dry fight. Picking up Silver would be a great way to start that one, doing a lot of damage to that scout. They're moving forward on this one. Keep Daz alive, and you have a chance here. Unfortunately, that's down, going down. Riot doing a huge bomb across the sky. Nothing really much coming out of Soiree in the way of aggressive plays. However, they're happy to just sit here and receive this push, and that's just more time on the clock for Freak Show.
Yeah, Uber's come out once again, just playing all for that Uber. Oh my god, Clayton basically hits nothing, though. Scout tries to go forward, and they're really just not combining. They actually lose their demo. They can lose their Scout as well. Oh,
they might lose their medic. They do
my
lose
god!
The medic in the back lines. Oh, that. I mean,
that was awful.
Maybe it's just because I spent too much time paying attention to Fane, but I was watching that entire round, man. He completely messed up all the plans with that Uber push there. And now, an absolutely hopeless situation has completely turned around. Freak Show controlling the point, 100% Uber, 20 seconds left on the clock for Soiree, though, so they're going to have to hold this one for quite a while.
Yeah, they've got to really... The dream would just be to not get forced here at all. They're managing to weather the storm actually really well. That is fantastically well played. Miru took like 40 damage total, and you can see the rest of these players on the side of Soiree. They're just, yeah, headers back in spawn. This is... I mean, ultimately, this is going to come down to most likely an Uber trade and refight, which Soiree have been playing really well. But, I mean, Freak Show haven't shown like nothing in that regard, you know?
They've been recently. They've been actually pulling this off just a little bit better. So, I mean, I think that they might have cracked Soiree's style here. It's gotten close though, really close. It's going to depend just how many frags they can get behind this. Do pick up Cookie, which is a huge frag at the start of the fight. Big Uber coming out from both teams. No Cookie is going to be really disastrous for the refight for Soiree, though. I mean, his Force of Nature is a major fragger for them, and there's so much being positioned already being taken by Freak Show.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Right, tries to open up this fight just a little bit. Does go deep. Scout going so weak, getting annihilated by Fane all the way towards the point. Right as well, should be getting picked up. This is looking fantastic. Fane, absolute champion right now. Even gets onto Lao. That is absolutely enormous. They've just crushed them.
Oh my god, Fane was absolutely MVP all throughout that round. I mean, even Cookie even had time to get back into the fight there. Just wasn't enough to stop Fane, though. Demolishing the medic, just surviving even all the way to the end of it, despite being in the middle of their team for so much of that. They won another one off the back of it. Now it's even match point on both teams.
Yeah, this is it. It's all going to come down to this round. You know, the last however many minutes we played doesn't really matter. It all comes down to this right now. So, we have seen basically trading out who's been winning which mid. Silver, first frag of the mid, really off of not too much right now. Now we do see Soldiers just kind of faking aggression. Fane does go deep. A lot of damage towards all three players. Not really focusing any one particular one, but does manage to live on these backgrounds, which makes it so annoying when they try and get for this follow-up. They've managed to take the position on the side of Freak Show. They might just be happy just to cap it.
Fane's positioning throughout that was so good. He got in such a good position on top of their combo. Unfortunately knocked away by Cookie, but the fact that he managed to survive throughout there, presenting such a potent threat in the back lines, completely made that fight dominant for Freak Show. Unfortunately for them, it does look like the Uber is coming through, but that's such an early use from Soiree. It's going to give so much of a better Uber for Freak Show. Unfortunately, they have lost down during that, so they have a player disadvantage, and they didn't manage to pick up any more in the Uber as well. That's a soldier down as well, so it looks like Soiree is actually taking this fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going all the way forward. Silver trying to get this follow-up towards Miramu. Yep, gets that frag as well just before getting taken down by Daz. That's a little bit sad. Like, they did so much damage towards Soiree, but they could not get a frag there whatsoever. And Soiree was just so happy just to pick them apart for it. That late death towards Miramu is going to be really, really sad. It's about a 50% ad now for Lao. They're going to have all their players. It's going to be just such a tiny window to try and fight off Uber here. It does look like freakshow want to try it, though.
They are going for it. They're being happier with these trades than they have before. Fang going down low early on, though. Cookie is focusing him so hard. Does not want to let him get away with what he's doing. Daz going super low to Riot. Riot pulling out to save his own life, though. Doesn't press it down. Connor dying in that, however. It's going to give freakshow and Fane as well. That's 2 players down for them. That push has to be aborted now. Really didn't get much during that, but I mean, they didn't let their medic die, so not the awful situation for freakshow that it could be.
No, it definitely felt like the second they tried to get in, they just took way too much damage, and they just spent the entire time on the back foot, so wasn't looking too hot there. Miramu's been healing okay, still only just about getting 90%. They've lost a frag again. So this is going to be a continued little soiree hold for a while. It's going to be freakshow going all the way towards main. They will have to use this Uber. It is actually pretty equal users here. We do see a flash or two on the side of Lao. Oh, that's a great frag towards Silver. That's going to open things up just a little bit. Right, going weak as well. Cookie getting annihilated. Soldier jumps deep, possibly onto these backlines. Lao's got to be very aware of this, even with the Fane fall off as well. They do manage to force them all the way back. They didn't get the medic, but they didn't need to.
Yep, Fane managing to survive that at the end instead of pushing on Lao. Actually, he went so low there. Yeah, that's a good turnaround actually for them. Since at the start of that Uber exchange, it looked like Soiree had so much better positioning on height and stuff, but just a quick little play from down to take down Silvo, and everything was reversed so quickly. Now Soiree, of course, just want to go for another fight again. They don't like sitting around and waiting, especially not waiting for Miramu to get Uber before they will. And it looks like it's going so well for them. Connor's already dead. They have so much positioning over the point. Daz is disconnected. 2 players on him. He goes down as well. I mean, at this stage, Miramu is having to escape with his life. Only 2 players to protect them.
Yeah, that's another position for Soiree where they were just able to take the engagement that they wanted. Like, that was just, yeah, it was never going to work for each other. The soldiers just didn't match to take kind of any position. They just kind of got crushed down. So this is Soiree happily in control of point. Movers are equal. Could be expecting a trade any second. 60 seconds left on the clock now for Soiree, so we're getting very close to a big W for them, and they are milking the Uber. They do use about 40% later, so this is going to be a little bit scary. Miramu got to manage to keep himself alive just about, which they do fantastically well. They managed to get the demo and Silvo. That's looking pretty good for them. They need to take a second now on freakshow. They need to just heal up, take a moment, then go for this refight together, because the soldier going deep, he's not going to do it by himself. He can't.
Oh, that was pretty disastrous for them. Just, they crawled back to, heal themselves while a player went in on the medic. Got him so low, but just no support meant no frag there. Not the worst situation for freakshow, though. They've got all their players back, though, and the demo man's already only 60 HP. Gets a quick arrow to put him back in the fight, however, and Soiree is looking to have not the worst bit of dominance here, but big double bomb comes in right on top of the medic. Gets Cookie, gets the medic, gets Riot, gets the whole team almost.
Oh my
Just
God.
1 scout left on 13 HP. He managed to escape with his life, stopping him from being a wipe. Doesn't matter though. Overtime for Soiree, but freakshow has the point.
Okay, they pulled that out of the bag. I don't know how they managed to do that successfully, but that was like exactly what they needed. Anything less than that, and I think like that would just be GG. Like, they would have just had no chance in the map right now. But this is it. This is their final opportunity. They need to basically play perfectly right now. They have 90 seconds. They have this Uber advantage. If they see Lao close enough, they should just be Ubering all the way in, because basically 2 lots of Uber advantage will nearly be equivalent to this 90 seconds. But so far, they're just trying to see what they can bait towards the point. You do see, sorry, just trying to get just a little bit of cap time. The players are taking a lot of damage. That first frag, just immediately, playing that 6v5, it just opens things up for you. It was actually Silver on Spy of all things.
Little known fact, Silverdox used to be a spy main, first in pubs, then in Highlander, before his transition to playing sixes full time. So, seeing a little bit of history coming out there. But unfortunately for his team, not quite enough for things. Lao finally has his Uber though, which means it's all going to come down to this last Uber fight. With almost 40 seconds left on the clock, there's not going to be enough time for another Uber after this one. So Soiree has to take their time to make sure this one works. Silver going down at the start of that though is not looking good for them.
No, that's not a great start at all. We do see Ubers very, very equal. We do see Cookie just trying to get aggressive, trying to just do anything to try and equalize these frags. It's actually right, that's going down Cookie as well. Fane hitting it so important. Rocket now. This is 4 versus 3. Fane on the back lines. Does manage to get taken down. Like, Lau of all people. This is a 3 versus 3. Lot of cap time on the side of Soiree. They need to be very aware of even just getting blasted off point. And importantly, it's going to be Soiree spawners who are going to be getting there so much quicker. With all of this overtime, this is going to be really hard for Freakshow.
Freakshow does have a couple of spawners now coming in to support them though. No Fane, however, and there's so much time on the point. Oh no. That's where that early time on the point comes in so crucial, because even though Freakshow players were just getting there, they just didn't have enough presence on point to hold off that cap.
No, yeah, that's it. It's like that time on point, and just the so much faster spawners for the side of Soiree. Like they just bum rushed it, and it was just exactly what they needed. Jesus Christ, that was so close.
It was a really close match there. I mean, that went right down to the wire. That was basically double overtime almost every round. Freakshow had so much of a strong advantage on those first 2 rounds, and funnily enough, once Soiree started turning things around, that's where Freakshow finally found their groove. They were playing things so smart, and their double bombs were just so threatening. All their players were being put in just such a dangerous position when they were going in. Just a lot of coordination being shown from Freakshow to sort of overcome the barriers that Soiree was presenting to them.
All right, let's have a little look at the old numbers on the screen. You know, everyone loves the numbers.
Especially the players.
This is not. This doesn't look like the numbers for our game on the stream right now. Am I stupid?
No, I don't think it is.
Am I really stupid right
now? Mitch is doing some quantum entanglement here. You know, things are getting lost.
We're gonna fix that, boys. We got that production quality, don't you worry. We're sorting it out.
So it's great. You know, we get an NA caster and immediately we get NA production along with it. Honestly, shocking. Yeah, excuses, Mitch.
All right. We're getting the numbers. Have patience, guys. You know, this is it's all good. All right. I believe. Yep. Here we go. Right. Here's the numbers you want to be looking at. I mean,
wow.
Bit of a bloodbath. Jesus Christ.
Just a bit, you know. Just a bit. Dear God.
I mean, like genuinely impressive how, like, the biggest stats which come out for me, like, it was like super close, and it was like that 4 mid fights to 1 on, like, Freakshow. Just, I don't know, they had just so many good positions to begin with. It was looking so much better for them. Like, you gotta note, they also got like 20 more frags over the course of that game as well. Like, it was an incredibly close game. They did take incredibly close fights, but I really feel like there were points in which, like, Freakshow, like, I felt like they, like, deserved it, you know?
Yeah, they got more frags,
they had so
many
good positions.
More caps. See, now this is the problem, is that earlier, I think in the first match today, Jazz said that the best way to win is to cap more and die less, you know? And if you just cap more than the enemy team and die less than them, you'll win. Freakshow capped more, died less, did more damage,
you know?
Still didn't win. I mean,
there you go. Your entire theory on TF2 has just come crumbling down.
Exactly. It's not just as simple as die less, you know? Even with the Fane factor, you know, it just doesn't quite get there. And that's pretty shocking for them. I've got to say, Fane did really well, though, you know? 29 frags as Aroma. Same as Daz, who got 400 DPM there. You know, clearly topping all the soldiers on the server. And they were pretty effective frags as well. Usually Freakshow actually use their soldiers quite effectively there. Compared to what's the other team called again? Soiree, yes.
Soiree.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. Oh my God, we're doing something.
Yeah, I'm hearing the word from above. I don't think Snazzy is live, considering he's in a different channel. Okay, he's live now. Hello, Snazzy.
Hello, my friends.
How you going, man?
How are we all? I'm pretty good. Can you hear me all right? Sorry, this is like a whole new computer, so I don't know if it sounds okay.
Yeah,
Nah,
we
so
can
good,
hear
so
you.
good, so good.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad I'm live before it's just sort of how are you all?
I'm doing good, man.
We're great. We're doing good. We got the production quality like up to 11 right now. We're just,
Oh,
it's a
look,
good
someone
day.
has
It's a
to
good
do
day
it,
for
and
us.
it certainly won't be me, you know?
Exactly. When's the snazzy production? Come on, man.
maybe someday. But in the meantime, I think I'm here to cast some games.
Oh, are you? All right.
Yeah, I think I'm casting. Hold on, I'm just getting it all open. I've got like 1,000 things. Like I am casting Soiree and the Taylor Swift fan club. Look at
Are
that!
you?
You can probably see it in the glasses. Look, I've
That's
got the match
incredible.
thread open and all. They're playing Granary, fellas. Granary.
Oh,
Beautiful.
brilliant.
It's coming up next, but we're going to a break. So everyone, hang around, and you'll catch more of my ugly mug in a moment.